Hi everybody, Rally here for another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I speak about two particular fish that I've gotten a lot of persons asking me about. So I'm going to be definite and specific about sexing these two fish. Okay, so here we go. Now, I'm talking about my tiger barbs and my tetra. Now, from the perspective of normal onlooker, it might be difficult to actually identify, or should I say, identify the male and the female tiger barbs and black skirt tetra. So I'm going to be trying to see if I can help to ease that stress for those persons who wishing to have a balance within their aquarium space, not having too much males, and having a good amount of females, and for those persons who seek to breed them. So let's look first at the tiger barb female. Now the tiger barb female, if you notice the tiger barb female, it has a pale reddish tail, right? Notice the pectoral fins, right? Or should I say the fin right underneath the belly right there, how it is pointed, right? It has a little lightish reddish color, yes, but not as bright as the male, in which you're going to be looking at very shortly. Now the female normally plump in body structure because it normally have a good amount of eggs within it. If left to to actually grow and mature, it will be looking very plump in a few weeks. However, if you have the male and the female tiger barbs in the same aquarium, what will happen, you'll end up see the barbs actually just swimming around in circles, and that's not really having fun. It is the male actually trying to coerce the female to release the eggs so that he can actually ferment it. Now, the reason why they call them egg scatterers is because after actually laying the eggs, going around chasing the female, and this happens to both the male tiger barb and the female tiger barb. Well, male and female tiger barb are both egg scatterers, right? What they do, the male will chase the females, the eggs will be extracted, or should I say, extracted, pushed out, or drop out, or the female will actually push out the eggs, right? And the male swimming right behind will actually spritz mint on the eggs. They will be fertilized, they will fall to the floor of the substrate, and other tank mates within the aquarium space will actually go and gorge on it. After the chasing have actually ended, what will happen is that the male and the female barbs and tetras will actually scour down into the substrate searching for the eggs to consume, right? So they are practically egg eater, killer, right? So in breeding these fish, right, I have actually demonstrated to you how I did it with my tetras a few weeks ago. The link to that is provided in the description below, where I actually show you the steps in which I took so as to breed my black skirt tetra. Now we're talking about the female alone now, right? So the female, the fins are normally lighter red. They are pointed, right, and the body structure is normally plump, the tummy section, right. Also, the male tiger barb are usually larger in body structure. It look like probably a quarter, like a round coin, right, in comparison to the male. Now let's look at the male tiger barb. Now the male tiger barb, look at its nose, right. The male tiger barb nose is red in color, right, and it will remain like this for its entire lifetime. Also, the pectoral fins, or should I say, is that pectoral fin? The fin right underneath the belly, right? The edges are a little roundish, in contrast to the female, which is a little bit pointed, right? So let's say that you want to have some of these fish within your aquarium. It's good to have an amount over 5. Right, and I would suggest you have probably about 4 females and 2 males, right? That would be awesome, right? Because you actually have a balance ratio there, right? Now the male is smaller in size in comparison to the female, right? It doesn't have any bulgy stomach, right? And also, I forgot to point out this to you with regards to the female tiger barb. And also the black skirt tetra. Because they're always being chased, they have the ability to jump a lot. So if you have males within your aquarium space, right? If you have a tiger barb aquarium or tetra aquarium and you have other fish in it, you can actually be assured that you will have some amount of jumping occur. So if you want to ensure that you have your tiger barbs and your tetra, maintain their position in the aquarium itself, you either one, you end up you have a covering for your aquarium, or two, you end up you separate them. So when you separate them, the male in one aquarium and the female in one aquarium, you don't really have no chasing. You don't have no chasing. They will swim together, they will knock each other, but they will not chase each other, right? The aggressiveness will be calmer within the aquarium space. All right. So the male is smaller. It have a dark reddish nose, right? The fins right underneath the belly, I call it pictorial or anal fin. One of the two. I'm not reading any book or looking at any script. This is basically of my experience, right? If you notice the fins for the male, it has a roundish edges. Well, it have roundish edges. The female have pointed edges, and this fin also is darker red in comparison to the female. Notice the tail also. The tail is darker red in comparison to the female, right? Okay, so when you're buying your tiger barbs, with a male or a female, you gotta look for these. Whether or not you want to actually breed them, it'd be good if you have a balance within your aquarium that prevents you from losing them, because if you have too much male and too little female, you're going to find that the female is going to be under so much pressure that she's going to be tempted to jump, right? And if you don't have any lid over your aquarium, you're going to find that your aquarium going to lose a fish, right? Also, you're going to find that the female is going to be stressed. And stressed to the extent where you might just wake up one morning, look into your aquarium, whether you have lid or not, and you actually see your tiger barb or even your tetra, your black skirt tetra, actually dead. And this is applicable to most, if not all, barbs and tetra. Alright, so let's go to, I know I've spent a lot of time talking about tiger barb and black skirt tetra, but it's of importance because a lot of persons are trying to actually breed these fish. So it's imperative that I share this with you because I've bred them, I've kept them, and now I'm actually keeping a stock so as to get some multiplying effect, economics of scale later on in this year. Alright, so let's go to the black skirt tetra. The black skirt tetra is practically called the black skirt tetra because of its finnage, pictorial or anal fin. It has a blackish thingy within it, right? Okay, so let's go to the female black skirt tetra. Now the female black skirt tetra, it jumps a lot, just like the female tiger barb, right? The female black skirt tetra normally have a bulgy stomach, right? One. Two, it is larger than the male black skirt tetra. And three, if you look at the finnage, that's the fin right underneath the belly, you'll realize that the fin for the female, it actually points, it doesn't point to the back end of the fish, it points to the side, alright, when swimming. The male, on the other hand, I'm switching to the male now. The male, on the other hand, is opposite of this. Now, you cannot tell the male from the female by just looking at the nose, similar to the tiger barb, right? You have to tell the male or the female by one, the size. The male black skirt tetra is normally smaller in size in comparative to the female black skirt tetra. The male black skirt tetra doesn't have any bulgy stomach, right, for one. And two, its fin, right below the belly, that's pointing towards the tail like, that fin is actually pointing towards the tail. Unlike the female fin that is actually pointing to the sides like, right? Now, the male black skirt tetra will chase the female black skirt tetra throughout the aquarium until it actually expels the egg and it fertilizes. And similar to the tiger barbs, both of them will actually gorge on the eggs as soon as the female have actually expelled all the eggs from her tummy, right? When buying the black skirt tetra, you should ensure that you have a ratio of probably about 2 black skirt tetra male with probably about 4 females, right? That kind of give the you know, the tug of war in the aquarium a little narrowing down. And as I am doing, I am trying to practically breed them in a few months. Yeah, in a few months, because I want the females to look bulgy as if she cannot swim, right? That way I can get a lot of eggs, right? And let's get back to the section of these fish. All right, so when you actually have 2 male black skirt tetra to 4 female, it kind of limits the stress, or should I say decrease the stress in which the female black skirt tetra will go under, because the male black skirt tetra, as soon as it have actually sighted the female, right, whether or not it has eggs, yes or no, a chasing match will occur. Right, yeah man, the male are gonna run down the female through the entire aquarium, right? And usually this both the tetra and the barbs, if you're keeping them by themselves, you can keep them in a 35-40 gallon. You can keep probably about I suggest that you have a minimum of 5. Now they can be kept in a community aquarium, but the trick is when keeping black skirt tetra and tiger barbs in a community aquarium, you should be you should ensure that you have over 5. Anytime they are below 5, they tend to take a set on the other fish, whether or not they have fancy fin work, right? Also, you can research to find out the type of fish that is more compatible with these type of fish, right? This is really here for another fish keep in Jamaica. I hope that this video was of value to you. I'm not gonna edit it, you know, I'm just gonna put it the same way. Alright, peace out. Have a wonderful day. Catch you next time.